I'm Carmen Parr. I studied the BA Archaeology and Ancient Civilisations course from 2012 until 2015. I became interested in archaeology and ancient civilizations because I grew up in Wiltshire in and around Stonehenge and Avebury, and I discovered archaeology when I was there on one of Nick Schnashell's tours, and discovered what you can do with archaeology because I was studying history at the time and really loved that, and I wanted to get more involved in the ancient people and rediscovering their pasts. I chose the course at Durham University because I was really attracted to the idea of the community of undergraduates and postgraduates and academic staff here, where you're being lectured by leading individuals in their fields, such as Robin Skeets, and you then get to go along with all his excavations in Colorado. Just last summer we were there in the caves and you're getting first insight on what he's up to. We were excavating some Bronze Age caves, and we were working with the community as well, which was absolutely brilliant. They gave a really good insight into what was happening in the caves in the past and still today. So we found out that where we were finding some very odd metal objects, it was actually because each Christmas they host their own little festival inside there, celebrating their own religious practices and things. And so we got to go from all the beginning, from bringing the objects out of the ground and creating the context, and then washing it in the lab and seeing it all the way through. When I was doing the course, I learnt a whole diverse elements of archaeology, and you can then specialise in anything you particularly wanted to pursue as a career. So you got to do things such as playing with the XRF machines and doing artefact reports, as well as there's lots of brilliant museums and heritage sites nearby that we got to integrate into our course. So we went up to the Orient Museum a lot, and you got to see how work was done there. And so that can actually feed into what you then choose to do once you've graduated. Some of the courses that particularly stood out and that I really enjoyed, there was a lot of the ones that followed ancient civilizations over time, and you often crossed over with certain themes. So there was one that was ancient Mediterranean civilizations, and that was led by Anna Leone and Penny Wilson. So we looked at ancient Africa, and then we followed into Egypt, but we followed the same themes. So we looked at pre-Christian and then the transition when they started converting buildings into churches and things. So you got this really new perspective on how heritage has been used in other countries. Being part of the Durham Archaeology student community is you're part of this really welcoming area of students and staff all together, and it includes things like each week people are invited to come along and talk about what they're up to, and it's all very casual and it's very inspiring as well. You can see what you might like to get interested in as well and talk with people your own age or a little bit older than you and see what's going on. From my degree, I've got the confidence and the skills that I could go into any side of archaeology I particularly wanted to, and I personally really enjoyed the museum side of it. So I've actually chosen to stay on at Durham doing my MA Museum Studies, and from that I can go into the areas. We did a lot of looking at how museums interacted with archaeology and the communities, and so now that's an area that I'm actually going to pursue.